Prologue. The Mythical Age. Once, there was a man who raised human nations, scorched the forests of spears, and even slew gods. A man feared as the Demon King. History recounts that this man took tyranny to its extremes. Even reason fell before him. His name was Anos Voldigid. Well, what do you say? Perched on his throne with his arms crossed, Demon King Anos spoke. His words carried a power that could make an average human tremble in fear, but that was of little concern to the individual standing before him. The chosen one of the holy sword that could sever fate, Hero Kanin. The mother of all spears, Great Spirit Reno. And the maker of this world, goddess of creation Militia. Four great figures who could sway the destiny of the world had assembled in the demon castle Delsgate. I hear your proposal, acknowledged Hero Kanin. The conditions aren't terrible. But you want to make peace now, after all this time. That's right. Demon King Anos, how many humans have you killed until now? Kanin asked, his tone icy. Anos stared at him coldly. I could ask you the same, Hero Kanin. How many demons have you killed? Human or demon, who had cast the first stone? With so much time having passed, there was no way to know. The specifics of the original conflict were lost to history. Perhaps it began with a single death, a spark that ignited endless retaliation. The rest was merely repetition, a cycle of murder, revenge, retaliation, and death. Hatred had accumulated between the races, endlessly accelerating the chain of tragedy. Humans and demons were alike in their aversion to those who were different. Do you really expect me to trust such words after all your savagery? Kanin asked. What else could I have done? If it weren't for fear of the Demon King, you humans would have wiped out demonkind long ago. Under the pretext of justice, you absolve yourselves of all guilt, even glorifying your fallen as heroes. Only because of the cruelties that demons commit. It was humanity that forced our hand. Are you saying demons bear no blame? There's no right or wrong in war, Anos replied, glaring at the hero. Kanin, humans seem convinced that defeating me will bring peace to this world, but will that really be the case? Of course. No, it will not. You must be aware that such peace would be an illusion. Even if the Demon King were killed, you humans would find a new enemy. This war won't end until one side is completely eradicated. No. Anos spoke with a compelling force that could overpower the weak-minded. His words seemed to carry a magical weight, one that would cause those with lesser magic resistance to succumb immediately. Even if demons perish, humans will seek a new enemy. They'll target the spears for their differences, they'll turn on the gods who created them. And once the gods are gone, you humans will turn on each other. It's true. Humans do have their faults, but I want to believe in mankind. I want to believe in the kindness of humanity. Anos chuckled. The brave hero Kanin was remarkably soft-hearted. It wasn't as though he were oblivious to human flaws, he just had the courage to trust in humanity. Well then, Kanin, how about you choose to believe in the Demon King's kindness as well? Kanin hesitated, unsure how to respond. He was probably questioning the offer. As I've said before, I will divide this world into 4 realms. The human realm, the demon realm, the spirit realm, and the divine realm. These 4 new worlds will be separated by walls, the gates of which will remain sealed for 1,000 years. 1,000 years of isolation should be sufficient for hostility to fade. If I convert this life of mine into magic and join forces with the 3 of you, it will be possible to activate a spell of such scale. So you will die for peace. You, who are called the Demon King. You and the others called me that without permission. I will not die. I will find a suitable container and reincarnate. Though it will be 2,000 years before I awaken again. Kanin fell silent. After a moment, he steeled himself. Alright, I'll believe in you. Despite having suggested this, Demon King Anos could not hide his surprise. He had laid out the plan in good faith, presenting evidence without any ulterior motive. The remaining challenge was overcoming the deep-seated emotions of hatred that had accumulated over time. It was a courageous decision. For the first time, Demon King Anos understood why Kanin was called a hero. Thank you. Kanin managed a small smile. I never thought I'd see a day when the Demon King thanked me. And I did not think a day would come when I could thank the hero. The two locked gazes, their viewpoints different yet acknowledging the strength and resolve in each other's hearts. At last, the long battle was about to be rewarded. Let's get started then. Demon King Anos slowly rose from his throne and held his hands before his eyes. At that moment, countless particles of black light began to rise from the castle. Magical symbols appeared on the walls, floors, and ceilings, densely packed and intertwined. The demon castle was now a massive magic circle that Anos had prepared. This body is the conduit for the magical power. Anos stepped forward, exposing his defenseless form. First, the Grand Spirit Reno and then the Goddess Militia turned their palms toward him, unleashing a dazzlingly pure white wave of energy, a bundle of infinite magical power. No matter how much magic power was poured into him, Demon King Anos absorbed it all. Finally, Kanin drew the holy sword. The preparations for the reincarnation? Kanin asked. Already done. You can proceed. The torrent of magical power crackled and scattered sparks everywhere, its intensity loud enough to rupture the ears. The strain was too much for the grand magic to endure, and the demon castle began to collapse. Cain embraced himself and thrust the holy sword forward. Magic flowed into the blade, turning it pure white before it pierced the heart of Demon King Anos. Gafu. Blood dripped from Anos' chest, staining his lips red. With this, his ambition was fulfilled. He was exhausted. The fighting, the desolate world, he was weary. Hero Kanan, thank you once again. If you are reborn in 2,000 years, I will be as your friend. Demon King Anos laughed softly. Farewell. His body vanished in a burst of light. Chapter 1. Twin Reincarnation. 10 years had passed since the Great Tenmu War, and Rimuru had triumphed over Yuki and Iverge. The world was now at peace. Rimuru had achieved his goal of creating a place where monsters and humans coexisted. Rimuru's Pav. I'm bored, who wouldn't be? After spending 10 years doing nothing but paperwork and ensuring Melum and Vildora don't wreak havoc out of boredom, I'm ready for a change. Ciel, do you want to go on vacation? Of course. Where should we go? Ciel. How about you reincarnate into another world? Duo, sounds like a plan, but what about Tempest? You could freeze time or use parallel existence. I don't want to freeze time just for my sake, so I'll use parallel existence. Use parallel existence. Yes. Then I'll leave Tempest in your hands, other me. Why is it a question, Master? I don't know, Rimuru said with a shrug. I gathered all my executives and important friends in the boardroom. Everyone was seated around a large table, and I stood up to speak. Okay, I'm going to be reincarnated into another world. I announced this as if it were the most natural thing in the world, as expected. The reaction was, ha. Everyone looked dumbfounded, their expressions a mix of confusion and shock. My announcement had clearly taken them by surprise. Rimuru-sama, what do you mean? Rigurd stepped forward, looking bewildered. The others also seemed eager for clarification. Exactly what I said. I've been bored, and for the past few years, I've been craving a more lively existence. Don't worry, I'll be back within a maximum of 100 years, and I'll leave everything here in your capable hands. And I'll use a parallel existence to stay connected to this world, I added. The room was filled with thoughtful expressions. Some looked reluctant, but no one seemed inclined to stop me. Xian and Diablo stepped forward. Then, Rimuru-sama, please allow us to accompany you on your journey, Diablo requested. That's a no-go. I want to go alone on this journey, but I'll call on you if I need help. I rejected their proposal. I didn't want them doing everything for me in the other world. That would only lead to me getting bored again. Alright, then I'll say my goodbyes to the people and leave tomorrow. I'll leave an unwilling clone to manage things, and ensure my trip doesn't become public knowledge. The meeting is adjourned. I also informed my friend Vildora about my trip. His reaction was characteristically carefree. Kuhaha, don't worry, as long as I'm here, nothing will happen. That was typical of him, so I just smiled and agreed. After bidding farewell to my friends and preparing for my reincarnation, I began the process. Ciel, I have a request. What is it, Master? Can you reincarnate me into a world with a lot of strong individuals? Also, please give me my son back. Ciel-sensei. Oh, please don't give me that silent treatment. Answer. I've located a world with many strong individuals. Would you like to reincarnate there, Master? Yes, but about my son. Producing new body, age 1 day. Wait, Ciel-san, please give me my son back if I'm going to be human. Ciel-san. Okay. These times, I've been thinking that Ciel resembles some of the girls close to me, but there's no way my ability is in love with me, right? Right, smirk. I thought Ciel was acting strangely, but I dismissed it as my imagination. Ciel continued with the process. Okay, female body formed, baby size. Parents' names. Gusta Rizio and Isabella Rizio. Oi, you said female, right? Stop. Body ready. Reincarnation started. I tried to stop Ciel, but it was too late. The next thing I knew, my vision went dark. A twin baby was born in a human house. Here I saw them born our babies. Isabella looked happily at the newborn she was holding. Beside her stood her husband, Gusta. They're cute, they'll become excellent people, Gusta said, poking the baby's cheeks. Dear, have you thought about names? Isabella asked. Other names are. Gusta began to say. The names are Anos and Rimuru Voldigod. The couple's mouths fell open, and their eyes widened in shock. Gusta and Isabella stared in complete surprise. Fumu, even though it has been 2,000 years, it feels like only a moment. Forgetting himself, Anos shifted his attention back to the astonished couple. Sorry, is this the first time you've seen a reincarnated baby talk? I was surprised. It seems that even in this age, childbirth hasn't changed much. My best regards. Ta. The couple yelled out together. He talked. Anos maintained a nonchalant expression, as if talking babies were the norm. It's difficult to speak in this body. Should I grow up a little? A magic formation appeared around Anos' baby body. Instantly, he grew to about 6 years old. Will this do for now? Anos said, placing his feet firmly on the floor. Now. Beat you. As he inspected himself and stamped his feet, Gusta and Isabella looked on with expressions of extreme surprise. They screamed once more. Higurbiig. Rimuru's pav. Hey Ciel, can I also do something like that? I asked with curiosity. Master can change into any age she wants. I see. Wait, did you just say she? Oi Ciel, explain. While I was waiting for an explanation, Gusta and Isabella looked at me. Okay, now about our baby girl. Her name is Rimuru Tempest. Is she just dog? The couple looked shocked, their expressions mirroring their earlier surprise. Ciel, change my body to 6 years old too. Done, master. She also grew. Both Gusta and Isabella fainted on the spot. Ho, you're also reincarnate, huh? I might look forward to living with you. Ani-san. I smiled at my new big brother, and he smiled back at me. So, what are we going to do with them? I asked. Let's put them on the sofa. Hi. Anos picked up Dad, and I picked up Mom. We gently placed them on the sofa to let them rest. Why do I feel chilly? I asked. Better look at yourself, Anos said. I looked at myself and realized I was naked. My face reddened as I quickly manifested clothes around my body. Ho, you can also manifest mana judging by your control over it. I believe you're from 2000 years ago too. Well, it's a secret. I can't tell him I'm from another world, but 2000 years ago. Answer. It's called the Age of Myth, where gods, demons, spirits, and humans were at war. I see. Chapter 2. Invitation from Duruzajito. Anos Pav. A month had passed since my reincarnation. During this time, I've been exploring the world, which has advanced significantly since my year. The magical arts have notably degenerated compared to what I remember. The reincarnation magic that was once common among high-ranking magicians seems to be a forgotten art in this age. It's surprising to see that reincarnation magic is not known at all. In the Age of Myths, it was a well-known practice. Now, it seems like such high-level magic is nothing but a distant memory. In this world, people see me as a very smart baby due to my ability to talk from birth and my innate magical talent. My sister, Rimuru, exhibits the same traits. Our parents, Gusta and Isabella, are impressed by our advanced abilities, but they attribute it to us being exceptionally intelligent babies. Growth magic, which is considered advanced here, is still relatively known, but not widely practiced. I suppose if reincarnation is not acknowledged, there's not much to be done about it. What really surprises me is that I reincarnated as a human. It's a peculiar situation, but I'm adapting. Rimuru's Pav. After a month in this world, I've learned a lot. This world has some similarities to the cardinal world, but has undergone many changes over the centuries. Different races have battled for supremacy throughout what is now called the Age of Myths. Currently, I'm lying on my bed, pondering the events of our birth and my brother's peculiar behavior. We've had numerous sparring sessions, always ending in ties with 20 wins each and 15 draws. It's both annoying and fun. As I sensed a presence using my universal sense, I looked out the window and saw an owl land with an invitation letter from the Demon King Academy, Duruzajito. Demon King Academy. Duruzajito is the name of the Demon King's castle. Thanks Ciel. Anos Pav. Should I go to Duruzajito? This is the current hub of Demon King affairs. I want to see my descendants and their potential. I have received your invitation. We are looking forward to seeing you. You have inherited the talents of the founder. With that, the owl flew off. I've decided it's time to go to Duruzajito. This body is somewhat inconvenient for traveling, though. I use growth magic. My body was enveloped in light and I grew to the age of 16. This should be sufficient. I left my room and headed for the front door. It was midnight, and both my parents were asleep, so I thought I could leave without issue. Or so I thought until I heard my sister's voice from behind. Nai-san. She called out. Crap, did she wake up? Moreover, in this form, she wouldn't recognize me. Don't worry about your form, Nai-san, she said casually. Why do I have a feeling you're going to copy what I just did? Haha, don't be like that. She stepped back a few paces, her body enveloped in light, and grew to 16 years old. Her long silver blue hair flowed in the wind, and her appearance rivaled, if not surpassed, that of a goddess. Her golden eyes hinted at an entity beyond this world. Are you going to accept the invitation, Nai-san? She asked. Yes, did you receive an invitation too? Yes. So I'm coming with you. Since Mom and Dad are asleep, we won't have any issues leaving. Who? Rimuru's Pav. Who? We heard our mother's voice from behind. Crap, did she wake up? In this form, she won't recognize us. Master, you don't need to worry about that. Brother and I turned around and explained. Anos-chan. Rimuru-chan. You both grew up again. Mother exclaimed, looking at us with surprise. You understood well? I asked. Of course. Even if you both grew up a bit, Anos-chan and Rimuru-chan are still Anos-chan and Rimuru-chan. It's a bit embarrassing to be called Chan when I'm actually a demon lord and a male inside. But oh well, there's no help for it. Being female might be more interesting than I thought. Where are you two going at this time of night? It's dangerous outside. Even though I'm a reincarnated being, I can't avoid being treated like a baby by my mother. She doesn't believe in the reincarnation story at all. Do you know about the Demon King Academy, mother? I asked. Mother tilted her head, clearly not understanding. I've never heard of it. Where is it? It's quite far away. It's in Durahido, my brother said. A school in such a distant place. Is something wrong? An invitation arrived for us to enter the school. We intend to go, I explained. You both can go. Such a far-off school is dangerous. Anos-chan and Rimuru-chan are only a month old. It's frustrating being treated like a baby despite being reincarnated. They don't believe in our reincarnation. Anos Pav. Mother doesn't know about my true identity as the Demon King. Also, mother, traveling such a distance to Darahido is impractical. There's a magic school nearby. Could we not go there instead? There's nothing to learn from a local magic school. Besides, I'll be going alone, so mother will be safe here. That's not acceptable. Anos-chan and Rimuru-chan are only a month old. I can't let you two go alone. What about money? I can make money myself, my sister said confidently. How? The world isn't so kind as she gathered magic power in her palm, producing lumps of gold. Eh? No way it's not a fake made by magic, it's real. Mother, an expert appraiser, was shocked. She could easily tell that the gold was real. How did you do this, Rimuru-chan? Such magic even the sage at the castle can't do this. Mother was clearly impressed. It's no wonder. The sage at the castle is a top magician, and back in my era, such low-level magic was basic. My sister, it seems, is not only knowledgeable about battle, but also magic impressive for someone from the age of myths. For the great Rimuru, magic like this is child's play, she said proudly. No matter how great the magic, that doesn't mean you can go. And don't refer to yourself as the great Rimuru like that. TCH. She's got a point, I thought to myself. My sister had a defeated expression. What is this school then? What would you be studying? Mother asked. What should I do? I could easily leave by force, but... It's alright, Isabella. My father entered from the depths of the house. There's no stopping the twins from this path once they've decided. But dear, Anos-chan and Rimuru-chan are only a month old, and I don't know anything about this school. They say if you don't see a boy for 3 days, he grows. Anos is already a month old. In that case, we'll need to keep an eye on him 10 times more, but father doesn't have eyes that big. And besides, Rimuru is with him. Ah, yes. Having lived with my parents and sister for a month, I understand them well. My mother is a worward, my father is somewhat clueless, and my sister is an oddball. Father understands. The Demon King Academy is a school that trains people to become powerful, right? Anos and Rimuru are both talented in magic. I'm sure they both want to study there. It's roughly like that, it's actually quite different, but I kept that to myself. Go ahead, Anos, Rimuru. Is it okay? My sister asked. Father nodded. However, we'll all go together. What? It's the duty of a parent to support their children. You're still young. You're only a month old, after all. So father is worried too. Father wagged his finger. It's Anos who doesn't understand. Parents are always sad and lonely when their children leave home. You're a newborn. We'll be very lonely without you. Father is using difficult words. He should simplify it. Isabel is lonely too, right? Yes, you both grew up so fast. I didn't think sorry. Maybe Anos-chan and Rimuru-chan are children bestowed with great power by God, and you think your mother is obstructive, but I want to be together a little longer. I'm at a loss for words. In my past life, I had no parents. I never thought about it much. Let's bring mom and dad with us, Nai-san. Sigh, if you'll be lonely, I guess there's no helping it. My mother's face lit up at my suggestion. Alright, it's decided. We'll prepare to move house right away. Don't worry about anything. Father is a blacksmith. No matter where we go, we won't have to worry about food. And so, our family of 4 now including our parents set off for Darahido. Chapter 3. Weak Descendants Rimuru, Pav. In front of us stands the majestic castle, a castle constructed with a 3D solid magic formation. Despite being 2,000 years old, it's still remarkably well preserved, though there are signs of wear and tear compared to its state when I was last alive. The castle's name has changed over the centuries, now known as Demon King Academy. As I look around, I see people entering the gate one after another. They must be here for the entrance exam. Anos-chan, Rimuru-chan, stay strong, our parents say, their concern palpable. Although we insisted it wasn't necessary, our parents decided to come with us to the academy. Calm down, Dad, Anos says, trying to reassure our father. Ah, yes, you seem to be okay. Yes, Anos-chan and Rimuru-chan are so strong, even after just a month. They'll definitely pass. Our mother says with confidence. Naturally, I'm the smartest person here after all. Negative, without me, Master will never learn the history of this world. Ah, are you angry at me, Ciel? It's just your imagination. You might be wondering why Ciel seems upset. Well, on the way here, I kept interrupting her, and after a few minutes, she got annoyed with me. Anos, Pav. Standing in front of the castle now called Demon King Academy, my sister and I are about to enter. Our parents are still cheering for us, much to my embarrassment. Good luck, do your best, Anos, Rimuru. Our father shouts repeatedly. Is this what human parents are like? I must admit, it doesn't feel bad, just a bit embarrassing. Hooray, hooray, Misha. Fido, Fido, Misha. Another cheer from behind catches my attention. I glance back and see a stern-faced man with a beard raising his fists. His demonic heritage seems weak, much like our father. Could he be human as well? Rimuru, Pav. While our parents continued their embarrassing cheers, I notice a girl who catches my brother's attention. She has a beautiful, expressionless face, with blue eyes and long platinum blonde hair styled in fluffy ringlets. Her robes are black and white, with embroidery of demon origin. If her clothes are anything to go by, her parents might be demons too. Perhaps my mother is a demon as well. Good luck, do your best, Anos, Rimuru. Our father's voice echoes again. The girl turns to look at us, and our eyes meet. Looks like we're both in the same boat, Anos says with a small smile. The girl gives a shy laugh. And then, she doesn't say much, which is fine. I'm Anos Voltigot, Anos introduces himself. I'm Rimuru Chempis. You can call me Rimuru. She stares at us for a few seconds before returning to her expressionless state. I can't help but worry about my brother's awkwardness. Anos, Pav. After introducing ourselves, I wonder if I made the right decision. Using the name of the founder Demon King might attract unwanted attention, but it doesn't seem to matter much now. Misha. She doesn't react to my name. Misha Nekrin. Perhaps it's better this way. After 2,000 years, it's unlikely anyone here would be interested in the Demon King Anos. My best regards, Misha, Rimuru says. And then, another brief reply. As we're about to enter the gate, a man steps in front of us. He has swarthy skin, a solidly built body, and short white hair, appearing to be in his 20s. His smile radiates bad intentions. Ha! Taking the admission test with your parents. When did the Demon King Academy become a playground for children? This guy seems problematic. Boy, is it him? Someone whispers nearby. Ah, this is bad. They've caught the arrogant gaze of Zeeps. I wonder if that guy will keep all his limbs. So, Zeeps is a notable figure. Are you good at fighting, Misha? I ask. Not really. Brother, let me handle this, Rimuru says confidently. Don't bother, he's not worth our time, I reply. And Misha looks disappointed. Why does she have that face? I can't read my sister well, but I suppose she's ready for anything. We join the queue for the entrance exam, but Zeeps is still glaring at us from behind. You oi, bastard, bastard. He shouts. My sister turns around to face the commotion. Yer. My descendants seem to be lacking in manners. Should I chastise him? Well, I think she can handle it, I think to myself. I'm sorry. Your magical power was so weak I didn't notice you, she says coolly. Well, what did you say? Zeke's eyes whiten with fury. This one is Demon Duke Zeke Sendu, and you dare insult me. Demon Duke? I haven't heard of you. Are you famous? She asks, confused. Ah, I see. This title must be a recent development. Boy, you bastard. Apologize now. Zeke's voice is cold and demanding. He conjures a dark flame, creating multiple magic formations in the process. Well, what type of low-level magic is this? Rimuru wonders. This is a low-level magic that will not harm Master. Yeah, thanks Ciel. The dark flame, although dramatic, is nothing impressive. I easily extinguish it with a breath. Wah! Zeeks is shocked. Why are you surprised? I just blew out a match flame. My demon flame Gursuit is a match flame. It's clear that Zeek's magical abilities are weak compared to ours. The difference in power is significant. Phew. Zeek's frustration grows. What the impossible, that's impossible. I casually blew out his attack with ease. Bastard, such an insult, don't think you can return alive now. It seems he doesn't understand the disparity in our levels. Wait a minute. As soon as I speak, Zeeks freezes as if paralyzed. What's wrong? Wah. I can't move, what have you done? Master's magic power naturally attaches to Master's words, so it must have cast compulsion on him. Ah, I see. To be so easily affected by words. His anti-magic abilities must be very weak. Oh well. Please stand there and reflect for a while. Zeeps, now apologetic, stands still, contemplating his actions. All those things I said that were inappropriate, how can I apologize for what I've done? The surrounding applicants whisper among themselves. That's amazing. That girl made Zeeps apologize. Did you see? She extinguished that demon flame. She must be a master at anti-magic. I've never seen her before. She might be the dark horse of this generation. Is she a goddess? How exaggerated. I moderate my voice, knowing Zeeps will be free of my compulsion in about 10 minutes or so. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we go? I call out to Anos and Misha, and we proceed towards the examination arena. Rimuru. Misha calls out softly. What? Strong. I laugh, I won't deny it, but in this case, it's not the right time. She tilts her head in confusion. Why not appropriate? That guy was too weak, Ano says. Weak? Yes, I'm disappointed that they've grown so weak. I sigh. We enter the arena where the examination is taking place.